All right, thank you very much. I'm glad you're all here to share in my personal journey as a Faculty Innovation Fellow candidate and the project that I undertook at my school, CMU. This all started when I decided to take a new job in the middle of the pandemic, right? You know, kind of crazy anyway. Why not just start a whole new job? So doing so, I went in with all this vigor, really wanting to set the world on fire with big, bold, audacious goals. But then the reality set in, and a lot of lessons have been learned. Lessons that the pandemic doesn't affect us always the way we think it would, or coming out of it's going to be as smooth and seamless as we'd like. And there's also the point of blending personal challenges with work life. So we came to campus, new goals, new things to instill, and after 16 years at one school, I was really ready to go in and make a new difference, you know, really reinvent and make that great difference. So, should it be a sprint or a marathon? One of the questions I tend to ask myself. I took the sprint route. I am going to sprint. I'm going to make fast change, fast impact, and that's where I started. My original idea was all about connectedness, building connectivity across the campus, connecting engineering and medicine and business and design, and then the ecosystem beyond that. So it was that big, audacious goal, right? So that's where that really started. Many early successes in that plan. Happy to say I walked into a program that had a signature new venture competition, gave out about 100,000 in prizes every year. It was a year-long incubator program, followed by accelerator, really stellar. Not getting rid of it, not making major changes, but adding a lot of things. We added a whole showcase, so students with creativity and innovation across the campus could engage, even if they didn't want to compete. We also added in more things like an idea den. A mini makerspace, a community is what we call it, for students to congregate and work together. Additionally, we helped connect from all the different disciplines. We brought in students from broadcasting and journalism and students from graphic design to work with all the others that are engaged. We also had an increase in our donors, a lot of great increase in donor support for the programming. So really it felt like some good successes there. But then that comes with some challenges. The reality sets in. When you want a connected ecosystem that looks smooth, it's all messy. Just like Erin said, it gets messy in the middle. I found that things were growing too fast. I went from a team of 7 or 8 really positive, inspiring people to a team of over 30-some that showed up to a meeting one day and absolutely floored me. 30 different directions, ideas, challenges, what they thought was important, and it just felt like it put me completely upside down. And that's where the fellows came in, helping me pivot, working through those every other Thursday calls, ideas and suggestions on pivoting that. Yes, I'm proud of the successes, but how do I pivot from here? So that was one start. We started with that pivot. More reality sets in. The sandwich generation. I'm squished between my own children and parents that have needs. In the midst of all this, I found myself on call as a family member for 5 weeks as someone that was going through a very significant drug withdrawal. So I was their partner. I was the one there to help them through that. It took me off everything I was doing for about 5 weeks. I couldn't be more proud of the results or being a good family member to help with that, but it really disrupted everything and helped lead me to 23, which is finding that balance. And that really came with my mantra. I don't do a New Year's resolution, but rather a mantra. One word or small phrase. This year it was pause. Take a pause. I reevaluated the sprint versus marathon, took the project to more of that marathon stage. So we're coming together. I found once I was accepting of that, my colleagues became much more accepting. They weren't in any rush. They were pleased step by step. So that marathon approach really seemed to set in well. Many lessons learned from all this, right? Big goals can be right-sized. They can start big, but you can right-size them. You can have too much interest. It's good at problems it sounds, it can be too much. When one part of life hits you, so does the other. They always seem to happen at once, right? The Faculty Innovation Fellows, huge help. Huge support network, and it's helped me be more comfortable reaching out to ask for help than I've ever been before. So I really appreciate that and have to ask about the pause, how might we press that pause button to have and create greater impact?